Welcome to the show. I'm your host, holding down the conservative side of the screen. My name is Darius, a.k.a. Bushido Brown in the Get Down.
And this your host with the most, TK, a.k.a. Harry Pot.
And you are watching Mind the Gap. Make sure you hit the links below the video to find out how you can follow us on social media. Also, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon and become a patron so you can get access to exclusive content, early access to episodes, discounts on merch.
Shout-outs.
And shout-outs. And you may get to plug your product.
And right now,
whatever you got going on.
Right now, hit the subscribe button.
Please do
with
that.
the bell.
Subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time you get a new video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, this week,
mm-hmm.
we got a few topics. Which one you want to start with? You want to start with our girl Beatrice?
Yeah, we start with that.
First of all, shout out to Beatrice Dixon.
What's up?
If you don't know, she's a young, well, I don't know if she's young, but she's a black woman who owns the Honey Pot.
Mm-hmm. That's in Target right now.
Target, make sure you go pick it up. If you don't, you know what her products are?
It's like stuff for women, all women vagina or something.
All women vagina.
Vaginas, yeah.
Yeah, it says Beatrice Dixon, the Honey Pot. Her products are plant-based feminine hygiene. She was a plant-based feminine hygiene company focused on everything a woman needs for her monthly health. So, pads, wipes, external washes, tampons.
All that.
Whatever you need to keep your vagina A1
clean
is what the Honey Pot offers.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when I actually found out what it was and the name Honey Pot, I was like, oh, that's adorable. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. I like it. So if you don't know, she partnered with Target to produce a commercial that highlights her products in Target.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a little bit of a
backlash over a seemingly small and innocent comment.
Which was, at the end of the video, she just says, the honey pot has to be successful for the next black and brown girl.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me was like, oh, that's cool. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
We get it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, she received a lot of backlash for that because a lot of people thought it was racist.
I also say this, I got it to a certain degree, but not the degree that she, like when she was on the Breakfast Club, she made it even more of a like.
Oh yeah, when I heard her explanation behind it, I was like,
okay, now that makes even more sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
I was like, yes, that's hella deep.
Yeah. So basically, she was saying it. I took it as trying to inspire the next black or brown girl to say, if I can do it, you can do it, type thing. Which she was saying it, you know what I'm saying. But on a deeper level, she was saying like when it comes down to what like getting a loan or getting other businesses, other people look at her. If this black girl this black woman can be successful, then the next black girl can be successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a chain of events that she was looking at, like far as like what she said, black women or starting starting a business on to get like 0.06.
Well, hearing her talk about it, I wanted to really research it, and according to like reports last year. She was speaking to the huge disparity in like venture capital world, and that according to 2019 female funding, that means all women, received $3.3 billion in 2019. That's a lot of money, but that's also only represents 2.8% of the total funding that went out across the U.S. And black and brown women received less than 1% of that.
Yeah, I think she said it was like 0.6.
Yeah, so that's a huge disparity, even among an already disparaging number.
And then she said something about having like it was only 50 black women that accumulate anything over 1 million.
Yeah,
I was like, when she explained that, I was like, oh, that's on a deeper level.
Yeah,
I understand
that's
that.
super deep.
So
after hearing that, I was really impressed by what she said during the video because that hit a different level.
Yeah,
it was levels to it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's real on that.
But for some reason, some people out there, I don't know why they took it as racist.
Because they usually be offended.
I guess.
I mean, that's that.
And to strike back and try to get her products removed, they started leaving negative reviews on her products, not for the products themselves, but directly targeting that one.
Just her that one line.
So all her products, it'll just say that comment was racist, and we think it should have removed.
Unfortunately for them, that backlash was terrible because her stuff has been selling off the shelves, and also I think she said that it has gone up. Her business has went up 50%.
Yeah.
So
if you need some maintenance down there, I'd
advise you to go hit that up.
Check out the honey pot.
And it's plant based, correct?
It is plant based because I believe she's holistic, so she's all about nature and
that good
healing it, letting the body heal itself, and working again and working with nature, I guess, instead of putting like synthetic materials and whatnot. But also, like she said, she received a lot of attention from that. I didn't know about the backlash until you told me about it, because I had seen the video first and I was like, oh, that's dope. She got something in stores, and then you told me people bugging out about it, and my first thought was how
on what you know what I'm saying on
what about that video was ridiculous.
I don't know, man. I understand when people have those backlashes because they can't help themselves. You feel me? Whenever some people feel excluded from something, they have backlash from it.
But
I understand.
I
told you about that.
It's one thing to just see something like that's whack.
Yeah,
we do it all day. Pair of pants, oh, that's whack.
That's why I don't like those.
But to see a video like that's not hurting anybody, and to just go out of your way to leave reviews and try to get her products and try to dismantle what she's building, that's too much effort for so little payoff. But it backfires, so I'm okay with it, man. That's why I like her attitude on it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't always agree with stuff like that. How she was saying, it's happened for a reason. I deal with it. I try to be above my emotions when it comes down to stuff like this. And look how it turned out. It turned out well for her. Because again, I didn't really know about it until the backlash. Until I heard the backlash. You know what I'm saying? I seen it, but I ain't paying no mind to it. But now it's like, as soon as I seen it, then I heard how good it was. I was like, now I check it out.
Yeah, let me check it out. I just go buy something just to buy something.
I'm gonna say that too, because at first I thought, when you first initially told me about the backlash, I didn't know about the product, and I was thinking, oh, they thinking it's racist. I'm just thinking it's just something they can't use. Yeah. Because it turns out it's for feminine hygiene, and every woman can use it. So I'm thinking, when you first told me, okay, it must be like some black only or minority only stuff that we can only use, and they upset that they can't use it. Which I thought at first too. It was like, well, because even then I'm like, well, our texture and hair is different. That's what I'm thinking. Because again, I ain't know too much about the product. We need different stuff. Yeah. Like it's. And then she was like, no, it's for all women. I was like, okay, then I don't see what's the problem here. I don't understand that. Oh, she's racist. I don't understand. I was like, all right, cool. For people that look like me, I want them to have the same opportunity because I know it's rough out here for us colored people. Reverse racism. I ain't trying to hit that. That shit is that just doesn't make sense. And in order for you to say reverse racism, is one I have a problem with that because racism is racism. Yeah, like you don't need to reverse. It's not uno. Yeah, you know what I mean. But that makes it clear to their side because if it's reverse racism, then as long as you know it's still with you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know racism was there with you to reverse it, then we good. I mean, we ain't good, but I understand. Yeah. I understand that you understand. Nah, they don't understand. So when I show up at your house, you know why. You know why. At your front door. Yeah. I ain't knocking. Yeah. We just thought that was ridiculous, and we want people to go buy that product. And make sure you go support her business. I'm going to go buy some stuff just because. And just pass it to my family members. Yeah, those are gifts now. I'm about to go buy. Gifts. Don't give me. Did I see you that video of your man? It was like a whole stream. There's like, post your favorite video of, was it Umar Johnson? And in one of the videos, he just had like a bunch of envelopes. He was like, gifts, donations. No, I ain't seen that. I'll show you that too. I ain't seen that shit. Donations. But I sent you. I sent it through you too. It's like a whole. They like post your favorite Umar video. Yeah. I thought you sent me the one with him. He was like in the car talking about somebody had sent him say sent him $10. Said thanks, since you could have donated. That was part of the thread. It was the whole thread of people just posted. Umar. I only seen that. That's where it stopped at because it kept replaying. He's like donations. Oh no, I didn't see that, man. No, I was dying. It could have been 20 sister, but I know that $10 was your last. You pulled out Red Lobster card. Gifts, donations. I'm like, what are you doing go.
I don't know,
like,
man.
What you trying to accomplish?
I don't know, man. I'm with him sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times.
Sometimes he just. Sometimes he just seems like a bit much.
It's just it's hit or miss. What's next?
He
man?
does. It kind of seems opportunistic sometimes, but I don't know. If you did not know, the House of Representatives just recently passed a bill making lynching a federal crime, and it's called the Emmitt Till Antilynching Act. And basically, it's like largely a symbolic bill that kind of just aims to recognize, apologize for historical like government's failures to like do anything about lynching. So it's largely symbolic of just we messed up. But it passed in the House by astounding majority. It was 410 to 4 people.
Yeah.
And so that got me thinking like,
Who was
the 4 people? And if you look them up, of course they are old white men.
Facts.
But
they had picnics during that time.
I was like, how could you miss such an easy layup? Why make yourself like a target?
You asking how? I want to say at this point that you still use the word how. Now why? That's a better question. When you say how, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe this happened.
I mean, that's how I'm asking. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
They just dumb, man. They just don't get social things, man. They go with emotional fear. Like,
but
why
here's the thing. I
that?
was wondering that, and then I looked up their position. So I want to know what you think of. Okay. So one of the representatives is representative from Michigan, named Justin Amash.
Mm-hmm.
And his objection to it was that, one, lynching is already illegal on the federal level. Because they did pass another one like a few years before, called the Justice for Victims Lynching Act, which, makes lynching a federal crime by establishing it as a new criminal civil rights violation.
Okay.
So they actually made it illegal. So it's already illegal, but this kind of extends its powers a little bit, and it's mostly symbolic. Just said we give a name to it. It's the Emmitt Till, Lynching Act. But his objection was lynching is already illegal on the federal level, and that authority of filing criminal charges should belong to the state. Believing it will give power to unelected federal officials whom voters can't directly hold accountable, and allow state officials who don't adequately address particular crimes to shift the blame and avoid accountability. Basically saying if they mess up, they can just say, well, we left it to the feds and the feds jumbled it. So his objection was, hey, if we force the state to do their job, you can hold them accountable instead of just giving like a nameless federal agent who you don't know, you're not gonna be able to press them.
Okay. So
it's not as outlandish as I'm thinking, but
yeah, still outlandish.
Still outlandish.
Still outlandish to a degree, because it's hard to say on a federal level that they would botch something like that when it comes down to lynching.
Yeah.
It's not like like an investigation with, like a narcotics or type something like that, or like something weird. Like did this happen or not? This person did it or not? Is this person gonna get off or not? Like lynching should be like across the board. It's all wrong on all levels. It's not like a thing you like. Unless it's like an investigative thing. But if you ask me, the feds would be better than the state when it comes down to investigating something.
I mean, that's what I.
But I could be wrong
because I mean we've seen cases lynching now.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard any like resolutions from them. So if the state's already botching it, like who's gonna take up the responsibility and like really enforce it?
Yeah. And again, like you said, and again, that's probably everybody else's idea too. Like everybody that voted for is like, well, it'll get the pressure off of them, put it on the Fed, and let them deal with it. Especially if we probably don't have the manpower, we don't have enough, resources to always hit this up if it comes down to an
because that's a part of what he said. He was like, with state local officials having already limited resources, he's saying that it's gonna push them even more to blame it on feds if they don't get things resolved.
And that's fine. Somebody gonna take the blame
regardless.
So that don't really matter. And the fact that they're taking it off or off of the state and putting it on the feds, that would be better. So I don't know.
Federal pressure, man.
Yeah,
Because people talk about jail time all the time, but we talk about Fed time.
it's different.
That hit different. Federal crimes, it scare you.
They say these prisons are better though, man.
Oh no, they not. I mean, it's federal prison.
But you
It's not
doing
state.
time though.
Yeah, you doing time.
You doing time though.
Yeah, if you get Fed time,
You doing time.
yeah,
Now.
you're gonna be in there for a while. What they call it, club Fed, something like that.
I don't know what they call it.
That's if you got money and you gotta do a bid.
Yeah,
And
and
then
you
you
good.
get- yeah,
you
you
got
good.
connections. You good.
Yeah.
Good money.
Who else? Representatives from Texas, Louis Gohmert.
Mm-hmm.
His objection was he just was like, it sends the wrong message about how serious of a crime it is because it has a 10-year maximum prison sentence. He's like, defendants who get prosecuted in Texas could have gotten a death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So his whole thing was it wasn't harsh enough. He's
Yeah.
like, he's like, if we leave it to the state, we can really punish him.
Okay. I can
jive with that
I can
more.
shake with that. I can shake with that.
Yeah.
But even with that, you know what I'm saying, with the person with like let's say it was a lynching, because lynching usually is more than one person. Right?
Mhm.
And lynching
Unless you just catch somebody slipping.
Yeah, of course. So usually it's more than one person. Usually the person that's like the person that did the most.
Mhm.
I know you know it's hand in one, hand in all, that type of situation, but usually the person that did the most, they probably get the most time. Oh, it was his idea.
Yeah.
He thought it up. He got the rope. He got it. So that person would get the most time.
Yeah.
So 10 years for everybody, but life or whatever that person get added on with the, what he the one that did
See,
this and this and this.
See, I was thinking, because generally with federal crimes, like 10-year max doesn't seem like a lot when you getting charged with like lynching, like
Mm-hmm.
such a serious thing. But you gotta understand, when they break Fed time down, they give you like separate charges.
Yeah,
And you have to, they'll charge you for buying the rope.
yeah.
You get 3 years.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Premeditated.
That's what it starts off.
Yeah.
With. So 10 years added on to an already 50
You start
year
off,
sentence.
yeah. You start off
from-
at you start
from
off
like
with a
30 other
dime.
charges.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's.
So, but I get his gripe. Man.
Yeah.
I get his gripe.
I mean, if that's genuine, like
Yeah, I
I
get his
want
gripe.
to do more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can still catch them. Like if you catch them first, then you can do what you want. I mean, that's who's next? Representative from Kentucky, Thomas Massey. He wants his got blurry. I was like, I don't know about it. His constitution on a specific. It says the Constitution only specifies a handful of federal crimes, and adding enhanced penalties for quote unquote hate tends to endanger other liberties such as freedom of speech. He thinks a crime is a crime and all victims deserve equal justice. So his thing is,
I don't care what it is. He should be locked up. Like I'm saying,
he got a little weird there. It got a little strange there. His whole, if you don't understand, his thing is basically he feels like only, how to explain this? He feels like we're making it so that only a few crimes are more harsh based on the what we qualify as hate driven.
Mm-hmm.
And he's afraid that doesn't make sense, that if you do a crime, it should just be based on the crime you do and not like the intention behind it.
All right, cool. So that's like if I have robbery with attempt to kill, that's different than just robbery.
Yeah.
That's also different. That's also different with robbery with a deadly weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But the intent of all of it is to rob you.
Yeah. my whole thing about
That's
that
what I'm saying.
is like when he talk about encroaching on other liberties, that's when it gets sticky for me. Because when people when we talking about Steve Crowder and how he switched like hate speech doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like it always makes it a bit iffy. Like what do we make? Because some things are clearly hate and like bias driven to only target certain people. So that's what kind of.
Nah, I disagree with that. And if he feel like that, he should. I should look him up and see if he fighting for all other things.
Yeah, let's see what else he.
Like first, second, and third degree murder, capital murder. You got all the other. You have degrees of certain things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because there's no way to separate lynching from like a racial component from that in America. When you hear lynching, you automatically go back to how you can just be snatched up out of your home. There's no way to separate that from that.
Mm.
So in terms of this, it's like it's a symbolic act just to specifically address like U.S.
The
failures
wrongs,
to do that. But also, it's still like a general law. Like if you do that to somebody, you know, you gonna be put to task for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't agree with that point on that reason.
No.
And then lastly, it was representative from Florida, Ted Yoho, which basically he was like kind of echoing the sentiments of like the other ones. But he thinks predators should receive the harshest punishment under law, and the bill took the power away from the states to do that. So he's basically
I ain't mad at them.
He's basically mad. It's just like, yo, you took our power to administer the punishment and giving it to
our
the
state should have the power.
So although majority of their points I can see where they come from, it's not as wild as I thought it was. You know, just hearing, okay, they must be.
Like, what is wrong with
what's up with their agenda? You know what I mean? So I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, I think if you push the law through, I would hope that the federal government the Congress has thought this enough to put provisions in so that the federal government can do their job and will do their job and treat it. Yeah. So
I ain't mad at that, man.
Not as crazy as I thought, but still.
I thought it was gonna be wild.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they true.
Yeah. I mean, of course, that's the initial thought. 4-14, like
Yeah,
you couldn't just go with the tide. You know? I mean, they get a little bit of respect from me for being able, because that's a large number to go against.
That was like, hey, I'm trying to get them more time. you had 3 more dimes on that, you might get me.
Yeah, if you would have said 30 instead of 10, I would have been with you, but nah.
So I'm with that. I understand that. Yeah. 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
2.5.
Ish.
Yeah, 2.5.
And lastly, I was watching the Righteous and Ratchet podcast, and they had Amber Riley on there. If you don't know who Amber Riley is, she used to play on Glee. She was the black young lady on there.
Did you watch that?
I did not watch it, but it was a phenomenon.
Yeah,
I
remember now.
Yeah,
that's why I asked you.
I was, I don't like musicals like that, because I don't like when people are just casually talking and they just break out the song and dance.
It's like, nah,
I can't stand it.
Somebody just died.
Because if somebody did that real life, bro, I'd flip, bro. But anyway, and she was talking about her struggles about her weight loss journey and bigger than that, finding herself and who she is. But what struck me was she said along in her journey, she was receiving backlash from, because if you don't know, she's a plus size woman. She was receiving backlash.
Backlash.
I mean, somebody might be, but she was just receiving backlash for losing weight and getting healthy by the plus size community, saying that she was just trying to conform to the industry standards and like get her jobs back and all that other stuff. And I thought it was ridiculous. And because you remember Adele went through some, I don't know if you realized, but she went through some of the same things when she lost all that weight. People were like, "What are you doing? You was our champion, and now you're not." And I just think there's a psychology behind that needs to be addressed.
It's that thing I keep telling you about, man. People just want to be mad.
It's beyond just wanting to be mad.
No, because this society has got to the point where we want to accept everything, right? I want to be accepted for who I am and how I am. And if you are my champion, you are my idol, you're going to do what I need you to do. And that's it. If you go outside of that, then I'm going to say something about it. I'm going to be upset about it. I'm going to be sensitive about it. So if I look at you as somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you are the plus size for us. You making it okay for us. That people our size can do good and not feel like we have to be smaller or healthy or whatever the case may be. Oh, so you're not doing that no more. Well, I ain't buying your music no more. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is why I wanted to explore like the thought process behind it, because she said something I thought was interesting. She said, if I'm trying to work on myself and, be more healthy for myself, and you have a problem with it, that says more about you than it does about me and your mental state. Because I agree that you should be body positive, whatever your size. Love yourself. I'm not saying hate yourself, but there's a difference. I think your health and like your mental state have to align with each other. it's one thing to, if she was in the industry and she liked how she looked and she was doing all that because she felt like she had to be that, then I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But for her, it aligns. I want to be healthier, and this is what I want, and I'm still loving myself. Yeah. But I think the disconnect is a lot of people that who watch Adele or watch Amber, or watch Ashley Grant or whoever plus size you like, and they're changing, but you remaining the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not doing what you need to do. So you have all this body positivity, but it's not really rooted in like
nothing.
Yeah.
But I think it's more than that. See, I like that. I like the angle you took, but I also think it's still the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be this way.
Yeah.
And I need a champion for that.
Yeah.
I need somebody to step in there, and then you are my champion, and now you changing.
Yeah, because I think a part of it is if you like 250 and you overweight,
mm-hmm.
and you don't want to do the work, it's easier to mm-hmm. just point at somebody and like, well, she says it's okay for me to be like this.
Facts.
Than it is for me to actually do the work and change.
Because look what they doing at that size, and I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
People love that person for that size and look at me.
Yeah.
And then I also agree with what you're saying. Like, it comes in, well, you know what I'm saying, when you look at somebody that size and they start to change, you start to see a little ugliness in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, like, if you go back to what I just said, it's like sometimes your positivity is only like it's only gripped in those people.
Yeah. So
when you put them hooks in those people and they change, it kind of mess up everything.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to what you said, because you overlooking the fact that this person's trying to be healthy.
Yeah, this person is in the process of changing in front of you.
Yeah, this person you don't know what this person could have had. Maybe the doctor said, you need to lose this weight for, something happened. This gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, this is happening, your bones, or it could be any health issue.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I just want to be able to run this mile this fast at some point, and I can't do it at this weight. Or it could be anything. I want abs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you like, you know what I'm saying? No.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
You just doing that because they said you should do it. You just trying to conform. No, I'm trying to look like something I want to be like.
Mm-hmm.
I have an image of myself, and that's the image I want to go for. Not because nobody else said it. And even if it is, I'm still trying to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm just, okay, I want to be like
I don't really see a downside
on this at all.
In somebody getting in shape if they're not in shape. Even if it is like, I want to land more roles,
mm-hmm.
you still gonna be healthy. Like I really don't see the problem with it. But I think, speaking back to what she said, it says more about you. Like, to see somebody, changing and you remain the same has to be like, just like rip like the negativity out of you. Well, like instill it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
You saying that, you know what I'm saying? So when people are trying to do better for themselves, that's like anything when you're around. Like, that's like, even people from my neighborhood.
When I come up, and you still here, it creates envy.
Yeah, it creates hate
and jealousy. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you, very much.
I try to look out for you, man. I know where you be at, man. You know what I mean? But that's
and that extends far. Like it clouds your judgment to like see somebody, because like for real, first of all, if you really ride with her like that, you should be happy. Yeah,
you should be happy for her feeling like she should.
Why
better
can't
herself.
you be happy for this person who's even though you remain the same, like this person is living their life, becoming more healthy.
This person don't even know you, fam. This person don't even know. I told you about that. I don't even know you, fam. But yet you so upset with me. I don't get that, man.
That's
and you upset with me about me doing something for me. You know what I'm saying?
And that has nothing to do with you.
She wasn't like, man, all y'all fat, all y'all. She didn't do none of that. She said, I'm trying to better myself.
She's still like, you still beautiful, blah, 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 but I'm changing. I'm working on me.
I'm working on me.
Yeah.
And you mad at me for doing me?
Love yourself.
Or not. You don't have to.
Don't
hate on nobody else for loving themselves, though. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You put effort. If you put as much effort as you is, or emotional effort that you do in other people, and put it in yourself, maybe you'll be a little more happier. Maybe you'll figure some stuff out. Maybe you'll go somewhere and want to do better for yourself. y'all put too much energy in other people that y'all don't even know. Like I don't. That's that I don't get. That's a how for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Just like with the honey pot and this instance here, people will go out of their way.
You right. Yeah. Just go out.
And it's just baffling. Like
Yeah. Because I can get this a little bit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that. I can because that's what the internet and social media. I get it. But to be emotionally distraught, to be like broken from that, like to go out and that's wild.
to actually
to me.
riot,
What?
to actually protest something.
That's crazy. I'm never
It's a lot
buying
of
this
effort,
product
man,
again.
but
Was
that's-
it working for you?
That's just my whole thing. That's why hearing about things like this bothers me, because this is society, man.
Mm-hmm.
People like that have always existed.
Forever.
People like that are the people.
People like that have murdered kings and people in high power.
That type of thinking is dangerous. When you could be so easily swayed by somebody trying to do better for herself. How do you argue with it?
Bro,
Like,
we done seen that. We done seen that in our own neighborhoods. Let somebody like do something good in our neighborhood, doing something positive. Them be the first people that get robbed. Them the first people that get killed. Them first people get shot up for nothing. For nothing.
Gotta do better. But I don't know how you fight that. I don't know how you reason with somebody other than them seeking help. Like,
You don't know that, man.
Or just wiping them
I
out.
think sometimes, yeah, you know that's mine. Come on, man. Like sometimes, but like you either have to ignore that, man, or put yourself so far above it that like the stones don't even reach. You feel me? Like that's what you have to do. Like I said, you have to surround yourself with people that want to do better.
yeah.
If you get enough people that want to do better, those people don't matter because those people gonna end up following and behind something else anyway. Those people are usually followers and do whatever. They're not gonna be able to do nothing in the society that they're in because they haven't got outside of themselves.
Yeah.
So as long as you stay out of reach of those people and
Yeah,
still stay on your trail of doing good,
good.
and doing the best for yourself, you should be all right.
You'll make it out. In terms of body positive, man, I want you to, love the way you are. But I will also encourage you, if things don't align, like if the desire is to change the way you look, then you follow that. Or if you're not healthy, I wouldn't advise you to stay, where you are in your health journey. I advise you to work out, do what you need to do. And that's both ways, because there's some people that's underweight or like,
Oh yeah, that's both ways. Be healthy.
be healthy. Be healthy and be happy.
No, and if you just gonna be happy,
Don't
bother nobody else.
Don't bother
happy.
anybody
Yeah,
else.
don't bother nobody else.
If you know you unhealthy and you big and you don't care, live your life. Like those
Yeah.
girls that just
Or
Be
small.
on-
You
yeah.
can't lift nothing. You can't do nothing. Be happy.
And you don't
but
care.
don't go
Shaming-
don't shame nobody else
Don't
with that
show
shit,
that.
man. That shit trash.
mind your business.
Mind your own gap
Yeah.
first before you go out and jump in other people's gaps. Mind the gap. We're gonna do something with that though.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. But
so
yeah,
that's all I have for that.
that's all I got for that. I'm through.
All right. So thank you if you made it to this point in the video. Make sure
Mm-hmm.
you hit the links below to follow how you can follow us. Make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon for exclusive content, shout outs. You can get your stuff plugged on our network. Early access to episodes.
Leave a comment. Discounts on merchandise. You said shout outs. Yeah. Oh, yo, subscribe right now.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Hit the bell.
Ding ding. I hate that I just did that,
But you did it.
but I did it. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Adios.
Yep.